why not then the punishment which is eternal? And these souls know this. They hear it. Even more than they wish to live, they wish to sin. And when they hear Charon's words, they do something really quite appropriate. They curse. Let's listen to that curse. It's a remarkable curse. But when they heard the old man's cruel words, those naked and exhausted souls turned white, gnashing their teeth with fury for their fate, hurled blasphemy at God and at their parents, at the whole human race, the place, the time, and the seed of their begetting and their birth. I say it in Italian, bestemmiavano Dio e loro parenti, l'umana specie, il loco, e il tempo, e il seme di loro semenza, e di loro nascimenti. It is a universal blasphemy. Could they have lived forever on this earth, they would have remained in their sins. But rather than experience the inevitable consequence of the denial of their very being, the source and goal of their being, who is God, rather than suffer the consequences of that, they all wish not only that they had never been born, but that nothing had ever existed. It is an all-encompassing blasphemy. They hurl it at God, then at their parents, the entire human race, and not just the human race, but the very physical earth too that provided the place, and this physical universe too that in its course of ages provided the time and the seed of their begetting and their birth. Rather than suffer these consequences, I wish that nothing had existed. But what I really wished was that there would be no physical death for me on earth, so that I could have continued in my illogical pursuit of denying my goal and my ground, the ground and goal of my being, so that I could remain in my chosen sin, because my sin had become my God. Now, at this point, Charon tells him to get in the boat. And you would think that they would resist. There is a hint that someone might resist once in a while. But the action is different, and in many ways sadder, and shows the utter weakness of the human soul removed from God, the pathetic fixity of their will, the cramped world they've given themselves to. And all these people, wailing bitterly, gathered upon the cursed riverbank that awaits each man who does not fear the Lord. Charon the demon, eyes of fiery coal, signals them all to get into the boat, smacks with his oar the soul that lags behind. As in the fall, when leaves are lifted off, one drops, another, till the naked branch sees all its garment lying on the earth, so the bad seed of Adam, one by one, toss themselves from the shore at Charon's sign, as hawks returning to the master's call. They cross the murky waters, and before they disembark upon the farther side, another throng has gathered at the shore. As inevitably, as silently, as utterly helplessly as leaves falling off a tree in autumn blown by a slight breeze, so the evil seed of Adam, that is us, having given our hearts over to something other than God, fall inevitably from those branches with no great power, no might, nothing that we could be proud of to say, well, I resist God. It's nothing. It's all quiet. It's inevitable. And Dante is amazed at this. And he asks his guide Virgil, why is this? They seem so quick to cross the river. Dante looks at Virgil and wants a reply, and Virgil says, they are prompt to cross the river, for justice divine so goads and spurs them on, that what they fear turns into their desire. It's always been that. You must think of this hell not as the punishment that God has devised for these sinners so much as the punishment that they have devised for themselves. There are only two sorts of souls, says C.S. Lewis, the souls that say to God, "Thy will be done," and the souls to whom God says, "Thy will be done." And this place, which they so fear and hate, has been the object of their will all along.